already. So I'm trying to record this once again because my microphone loves to change the settings. But here we are. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys are now 4-2. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles, who remain undefeated and did their job and won a game they were supposed to. And I'm not saying that to be sarcastic. No, like, it really felt like Philly took advantage of opportunities that Dallas presented them with, and they ran with it. Cool, you did your job. And I think that that's something that we need to talk about here in Cowboy Land, because there were opportunities you missed in this game, okay? So let's go ahead and start off with the offensive side of the ball. Cooper Rush came down to earth. 3 interceptions. Really, the 2 in the first half really did the Cowboys in, giving them 10 points. Yeah, 10 points. And that could, you can't win a game giving that kind of, that kind of situation, because we saw it last week. Hey, the Cowboys scored points on defense and really put their team in certain situations, and it's clear that when you're on the opposite side of that, it sucks. But, I mean, hey, listen, Cooper Rush did his job. That's all you can ask. I mean, Cooper Rush did his job. The Cowboys are 4-2 with him at the helm for the past couple games. Dak Prescott will return, and you're going to get a much better set of quarterback play, with all due respect. Now, the one thing I can commend, or let me split this apart, because it's really a tale of two halves. I don't know what the hell Kellen Moore is doing, but you cannot do this thing where you're calling these arrogant play calls in the beginning, you get behind, and then all of a sudden you want to start doing the job that you should have been doing. Stop that. You could have attacked the middle of the field a lot more, which you should have, because the Eagles were giving you that opportunity, and you did not run with that. I think that the play call on the 4th and 1 on your own 35 or something like that, that was stupid. That was on I believe Mike McCarthy done goofed there. You should have thrown a challenge flag, and you would have had the first down. But that's also, the ref's responsibility to put it there. And, I mean, it was clear as day when you looked at it, even in real time. So, I mean, I'm not a ref, so I'm not going to place that blame there. But, speaking of that, you had 10 penalties. That ain't good. I'm just trying to think what else offensively. I mean, running backs, Zeke really did his thing, and so did Pollard in some instances. I felt like you were running the ball super effectively, and just had what the game plan should have been from the get-go, but it wasn't. You stuck to the run, it worked. You scored 17 unanswered points. You tried to answer back and take the game back, and you nearly did. I mean, you nearly did that. I felt like if it wasn't a 9-point game and it was, let's say, still a 3-point game, different complexion we're talking about here, but that sucks, man. You can't get behind, and then, you mount this great comeback effort, and it's really, for the Eagles, it just, like, if you got one good drive, you would have won the game, and they did exactly that. The Cowboys really weren't good on third down. They were 4 of 10, and they missed a lot of opportunities there. Offensively, they did really good in the second half, all things considered. The tight ends, I got to give a shout out to Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot. Aside from the penalty, cool, but Jake Ferguson, man, I really like what I'm seeing from him. And I think that he's going to be your future tight end moving forward. Wide receivers, Noah Brown nearly had that amazing touchdown grab. CeeDee Lamb, he did his thing here and there. He would have had a touchdown if Cooper Rush didn't underthrow him. And he wasn't, and the Eagles didn't have that great defensive play to disrupt him. I mean, that sucks. You had opportunities there, but there's that. I'm just trying to think what else offensively. The O-line didn't allow any sacks, which is cool. I mean, they did a little bit better with running the ball again in the second. It felt like the offensive line played better as the game went on, but, like, it was hard. And this was a tough game for Dallas given their circumstances, and you did the best you could, and that's what matters. But hey, the best you could doesn't give you W sometimes, so there's that. The Cowboys had more yardage than the Philadelphia Eagles. They actually had less total drives. They were averaging more. They were a more efficient offense than Philadelphia, but the biggest problem was that you were passing the ball a whole lot, especially you got panicked in the first quarter. And, I mean, you were good in the red zone, 2 of 3 with those opportunities. But the 10 penalties stick out. Defensively, I think with the 4 sacks that the Cowboys had, they did not do... I mean, they had really poor field position in most of these situations, but you really could have done better. You were getting gashed, and it tells me that run defense is still a problem. We'll see how things change. That's definitely something that's fixable, hopefully. And this is kind of why I was banging on the table for a defensive or someone up there, but who knows. I'm just trying to think what else. I mean, overall, our defense didn't have the greatest game, but they made plays to give us the shot. But really, they just needed to hold them for one drive, but hence why when you fall behind, you can't afford those opportunities. So if the Cowboys were not stupid and they did the game plan, I mean, it's arguably a 10-0, 10-3 game. And then if the Cowboys have this run, they possibly are in a different position. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. It sucks. Dallas wasted their opportunities, and here they are with a L. Once again, after 4 straight wins, which is okay. Listen, you're 4-2. You're getting Dak back. That's all that I can ask. Kavonte Turpin, awesome stuff. Kelvin Joseph, what the hell? Brian Anger had a solid game. He didn't have any shanks. He had some unlucky bounces, which, but he did his thing. Trying to think, is there anything else that I needed to go over? I mean, otherwise, I would say if you're the Cowboys, I did not expect them to win this game. I know, going with the narrative, I kept picking them to lose, but on some real stuff, I did pick them to lose this initial game versus Philadelphia because I felt like the momentum from Philadelphia early on with all their wins would stack, but also I felt like you were going to lose an NFC game this year. It was just a matter against 2, and it happened to be against Philadelphia. Okay. So if you're Dallas, you get Dak back, you regroup these next 2 weeks, whether you end up 4-4, 5-3, or 6-2, you're still in a prime position here to win some more games. I mean, hey, I'm not mad. Listen, you gave it your best shot, and I really can't be mad at that, but what I am also mad at when I'm trying to be real with you, you can't win a game throwing 3 interceptions. You can't win these games doing these types of stupid mistakes, because then you kind of look back and you're like, well, if we didn't make those mistakes, we would have won the game. But guess what? Not every day is perfect. So I'm very glad that the Cowboys did their thing. At least they didn't make it a fucking blowout. But Philadelphia did their job. But the second half effort from Philadelphia is still concerning if I'm an Eagles fan. Primarily because you nearly let this game get away from you. And I saw a lot of Eagles fans going like, oh shit, like what the hell? I mean, you won the game, that's great, and that's what matters, but that's something that has been affecting the Eagles, and they need to fix that going into the latter part of the season. It really feels like the NFC East is going to send 3 playoff teams. I mean, but I really could care. And I've told people this, and this is not me trying to downplay this loss. Absolutely not. You should, you could have won this game. You should have won this game. Whatever, given how the game went. But I really shouldn't have won this game. What am I talking about? So all I care about is this team playing good football at the right time and go from there. That's really all that matters, and that was a clear example of why they got bounced last year. The 49ers were playing good football at the right time. The Cowboys were kind of I mean, guys, that's where we're at with this. Congratulations to Philadelphia. They won this game. I'm just trying to think. Special teams, I don't think I mentioned Maher, but Maher, he did his thing. I mean, he had the missed field goal, 59 yards. I'm not going to complain. It was close. I think that's pretty much it. I really don't have much more to say on this game because I think it speaks for itself that the Cowboys really tried to make this a thing. They did what they needed to do to make it a game, but if you're Philadelphia, you had that lead. You just needed one drive, but that's still... I'm pretty embarrassed because it's like if I would be an Eagles fan and you'd be like, oh, you just say that. Well, no, because I mean, you still haven't answered my question on how your effort is in the second half. You let 17 unanswered points get put on you when you're up 20-0, and then you put 1 touchdown away, and you can't really be satisfied from that, especially because it's shit like that can lose you games in the postseason when you get there. I do think that there's a possibility that both these teams meet in the playoffs again. I don't know, but you know what, guys, it's okay. I think that we just have to do our thing. It's a week-to-week league. We happen to lose this week. We got the Lions up next week. Let's see how we do. Do we get another win? Do we lose? I don't really give a shit. We just gotta do our job. I think that pretty much covers the game. I'm just trying to think. Was there anything else? Not really. I think I pretty much mentioned everything. If I missed anything, it's okay. We'll just go over some other stuff. But hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Stay safe and have a good one.